good morning students. Welcome to today's English lesson. Today we're going to focus on eating habits. In this case, this is going to be a vocabulary activity. Today we're going also to make a reading activity too. Okay, now let's start with the vocabulary. We're going to focus on two different kinds of vocabulary. In this case, we have healthy food, junk food or fast food. So what does mean healthy food? ¿Qué significa healthy food? Let's look at the picture. In this case, we have an apple, some cheese, in this case, also bananas, eggs. Okay, so in this case, we have fruits and vegetables. So healthy food means comida saludable. Okay, hacemos referencia. Por el lado opuesto, on the other side, we have junk food or fast food. Here we have a hamburger, some pizza, French fries, popcorn, sweets. Now, also we have biscuits. Now, junk food and fast food hace referencia a la comida chatarra, ¿ok? Comida rápida. Junk food, comida chatarra, fast food, comida rápida. Vendrían a ser similares. Let's talk about the healthy habits. Hablemos de los hábitos saludables referente a la comida. Aquí tenemos algunos ejemplos. Por ejemplo, you should. Vamos a trabajar con el should. El modal verb should es muy empleado para dar recomendaciones, to give some advices in this case. Okay, so we can say you should y luego tenemos que colocar un verbo. Recordemos que todos los modal verb van a trabajar con un verbo en infinitivo. ¿Ok? Entonces, si hablamos de hábitos saludables, podemos decir o podemos recomendar y decir you should, for example, drink healthy drinks. Tú deberías tomar bebidas saludables. Healthy drinks, for example, some orange juice, milk, maybe a cup of tea, etc. ¿Ok? Healthy drinks. ¿Qué deberíamos evitar? You should avoid, for example, ¿qué deberíamos evitar? You should avoid soda. Es lo que no nos recomiendan, soda, gaseosa, sobre todo en exceso. What else? You should drink more water. In this case, deberías tomar más agua. Okay? Now we have you should eat wholemeal bread and nuts. Hace referencia a el pan integral y algunos frutos secos, en este caso nueces tenemos. Wholemeal bread and nuts. What else? You should eat fresh. Deberías comer, es referente a la comida fresca. Okay? You should, in this case, you should, for example, eat fruits and vegetables. Deberías comer frutas y vegetales. Okay? You should avoid low-fat food. Oh, sorry, in this case, you should, in this case, you should eat low-fat food. Deberías comer comida baja en grasa, low-fat food. What else? Now, here we have the most important food that we need in our body to keep healthy. In this case, we have fruits, vegetables, grains, and protein. Okay, let's continue. Now, today we're going also to talk about the food that we usually have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What do you have for breakfast, for example? For breakfast, I have, for example, a cup of coffee and pancakes. Podría ser. Entonces, vamos a hablar también del vocabulario relacionado a breakfast. You know what does mean breakfast? La comida que usualmente tenemos, por ejemplo, en la mañana. We usually eat this in the morning. Exacto, desayuno. Lunch. We eat lunch or we have lunch at 1 o'clock in this case. Lunch vendría a ser el almuerzo. And last one, dinner. We have dinner at 7 p.m., for example. Vendría a ser la cena. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have for breakfast pancakes and a cup of tea. I have for lunch spaghettis. I have for dinner salt, for example, and toast. Muy bien, entonces tenemos estos tres vocabularios ya diferenciados. Ya sabemos a qué se refieren cada uno de ellos. Here we have some examples of food that we can have for breakfast. For breakfast, we have, for example, breakfast cereal, orange juice, sausages, milk, yogurt, toast, breakfast sandwiches, pancakes, donuts, bacon, breakfast burrito, ham, eggs, marmalade, coffee, waffles, tomatoes. Okay, this is for breakfast. Some examples, some ideas. For lunch, we can have, for example, salad, steak, oysters, carrot salad, lasagna, chicken stew, meatballs, spaghetti, French fries, ice cream, rice pudding, for example. For dinner we can have, for example, steak, pizza, omelette, pasta, rice, toast, salad, fish, kebab. Muy bien. Also, we have some kinds of food. We have seafood and Chinese food. Seafood va a ser referente a la comida marina. Chinese food, like in the picture, la comida china. Okay? Let's remember the subject and object pronouns. Recordemos rápidamente que tenemos como subject que van a ir detrás del verbo y son los que realizan la acción. Como object, por el otro lado, van después del verbo o después de una preposición y en este caso van a recibir la acción. We're going to have for object me. You. He, him. She, her. It. We, us. You. They, them. Recordemos que uno de los yous es en singular, del tú, y el otro you que tenemos es de ustedes. ¿Ok? En la versión. Okay, now we're going to practice. In this case, we have a reading activity that we need to do. Okay? Let's listen carefully. Escuchemos cuidadosamente. Si desean, pueden pausar el video y ustedes leer para posteriormente responder las preguntas. ¿Ok? Atentos. Vamos a responder en este caso qué es lo que cada uno de nuestros personajes, o bueno, cada uno de los niños tiene para for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and also for dessert. ¿Ok? Seamos cuidadosos con esta palabra, dessert. En esta ocasión no lo confundamos con la palabra desert, que hace referencia a desierto. Tenemos dessert para postre y desert, que es referente a desierto. ¿Ok? Vamos a leer cuidadosamente y escuchar lo que los personajes nos están hablando acerca de sus respectivas comidas que tienen durante el día. Nosotros ya conocemos qué significan cada una de estas palabras. ¿Ok? Ahora las vamos a aplicar. So, let's listen.
5. Top skills. Eating habits. 1. Read. A. Listen and read. Then choose the best title, A, B, or C.
I'm Diego. I'm from Spain. In the morning, I eat some fruit, or my mum makes churros. Churros are like donuts. For lunch, we usually have tortilla de patatas. That is an omelette with potatoes. It's delicious. For dinner, we often have paella. That's rice with vegetables or meat. My favorite is with seafood. I also like having dinner at a tapas bar. Tapas are lots of different kinds of small dishes, so you can try lots of different things.
Hello, my name's Tanya and I'm from England. For breakfast, I usually have some cereal with milk and sugar. I sometimes have a glass of orange juice too. I have lunch at school, so I usually just have a sandwich and some fruit. Apples are my favorite. For dinner, I have some soup or pasta or sometimes a steak. Of course, I always have dessert. Pancakes with jam are my favorite.
Okay, now let's answer the questions, okay? Now, in this opportunity, we have Diego's dinner. In this case, this is paella, okay? Es un plato típico de España, la paella. Now, for number 2, ¿quién tenía o quién había mencionado al jugo de naranja? In this case, orange juice. ¿Quién hace mención? Let's try to remember. Okay, we have here Tonia. Tonia say, I sometimes have a glass of orange juice too. So in this opportunity, we're gonna have Tonia for breakfast. For breakfast, let's remember. So this is gonna be Tonia's breakfast. Recordemos que el apóstrofe hace una referencia al de, ¿ok? El de. Y se lee en viceversa. La cena de Diego. Si queremos hablar del desayuno de Tonia, mencionaremos primero a Tonia. Siempre se menciona primero a la persona la cual es dueño del objeto. Por ejemplo, la mochila de Tonia. Tonia's bag, la mochila de Tonia. El perro de Tonia sería Tonia's dog. ¿Ok? Siempre hacemos referencia primero a la persona a la cual le pertenece el objeto y luego mencionamos al objeto el cual le pertenece a esta persona. En este caso hacemos referencia al jugo. ¿Ok? Jugo o, bueno, en este caso hacemos referencia al desayuno, almuerzo o la cena de cada uno de nuestros personajes. En este caso sería el desayuno de Tonia. Tonia's breakfast. ¿Ok? On number 3, let's remember. We're gonna have also for breakfast. I usually have some cereal with milk and sugar. Sometimes have a glass of orange juice too. In this case, it's also Tonia's breakfast. Good job. For number 4, we have in this case, we have here soup in this case. So who mentions in this case for dinner I have some soup? So we'll continue talking about Tonia. This is gonna be Tonia's dinner, right? Now the next one. This is the omelette. Okay, so we're talking about Diego in this case. Diego for lunch. He said for lunch we usually have tortilla de patatas. And this is an omelette with potatoes. So this is gonna be Diego's lunch. Okay, Diego's lunch. These are the churros. In this case, this is gonna be Diego's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or maybe dessert. Let's remember, we're gonna have in the morning. So he is referring to the breakfast. So this is gonna be Diego's breakfast. The next one we have, of course, I always have dessert. Pancakes with jam are my favorite. We're talking about Tonia's. Tonia's dessert. The last one, this is a sandwich. We have some sandwich. This is gonna be lunch. Okay, so we're gonna have Tonia's lunch. Now, in this activity, you have to listen. Van a escuchar cuidadosamente el audio que les voy a colocar y van a marcar la respuesta correcta. The man orders. The man orders. ¿Qué es lo que ordena? ¿Ok? The boy usually has. ¿Qué es lo que usualmente come, en este caso el joven? A sandwich or some fruit. The woman wants to have. ¿Qué es lo que la mujer quiere tener? I recommend you please to take notes. Tomen nota acerca de lo que están escuchando, sobre todo las palabras claves. Okay? Let's listen.
2. Listen. Listen to the 3 dialogues and circle the correct words. 1.
Good evening, sir. What would you like to eat?
I'd like some spaghetti with seafood, please.
I'm sorry, we haven't got any seafood today.
Oh dear.
The spaghetti with chicken is very nice.
No, I think I'll have fish and chips.
I'm sorry, but we haven't got any.
Okay then, spaghetti with chicken it is.
Very good. I'm sorry again, sir.
Don't worry about it.
2.
That looks nice.
It's just a sandwich.
What's in it?
Cheese, tomato, and mushrooms. Do you want some?
No, thanks.
What have you got? A sandwich too?
No, I've got the same thing I have every day.
What's that? Fruit?
Yes, today I've got a banana. It's so boring.
3.
Is there any coffee in the pot?
I don't think so.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry.
Is this all the milk there is?
Yes.
Great. No coffee and no cereal.
Do you want some of my toast? It's got butter and jam on it.
Don't worry, I'm going back to bed.
But it's 8:45, and you start work at 9.
Okay, so number 1, we have the main orders. In this case, he's talking about spaghetti with chicken, right? Now, on number 2, we have the boy usually has. The boy say, I have banana in this case, so he is referring to some fruit. The woman wants to have. In this case, the woman is talking about butter, toast, cereal. So in this case, it's talking about breakfast. Okay, students, that's gonna be all for today. We're gonna continue working on the next class. Please take it a lot. Bye.